While its actual origins are obscure, it is today assumed that gunpowder was discovered in China sometime during the 9th century AD. Yet firearms did not become common on battlefields until much later, roughly the 15th century AD. So, what was gunpowder used for before rifles? Well, you might be surprised to hear that aside from cannons, gunpowder was utilized for primitive precursors of modern grenades. But just how effective were they? Some of the earliest grenades in history were developed by the Chinese Song dynasty from the 10th century onward. Ceramic or metal containers filled with gunpowder and shrapnel were lit on fire and tossed at the enemy, especially during sieges. Although not explosive strictly speaking, the Byzantine Empire was known to use incendiary grenades filled with Greek fire from the 7th century onward. Shattering on impact, the incendiary substance, which is similar to modern napalm, would stick to the enemy and be near impossible to extinguish. Western European nations didn't start experimenting with black powder grenades until the 14th and 15th centuries, and their use was rather specialized, often being limited to siege warfare, as was the case in China. In terms of effectiveness, they were moderately effective at best. When they actually exploded, which wasn't common by any means, the damage they did was usually minimal, and they were more effective in causing psychological terror than physical harm. In fact, they often caused more physical harm to their user than the enemy. Malfunctions and premature explosions often resulted in horrific injury or death of their wielder rather than any foe. Now, as always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe and become a channel member to support the channel.